Hi, you guys. Welcome to Zachary World and Hawkins Divine Print first virtual readathon, you guys. And guess what today is? It's World Read Aloud Day. We're going to kick it off today with my co host and business partner, Jasmine Hawkins. So take it, Jasmine.
Hi. Okay, so y'all ready? I'm going to read. My book is called Jason Becomes a Hero. On a morning just like any other, 6-year-old Jason woke up early as usual and picked up Mr. T Rex from the night table. Oh, snap. After brushing his teeth, he went to the kitchen to eat breakfast with his family. Good morning, Jason, his mother said, planting a kiss on top of his head. His siblings, Mario, Phoebe, and Sophia, were already at the table, full of cereal and toast. Jason loved eating breakfast with his family. Hearing their stories was his favorite part. All of a sudden, a huge ball of fur came running in. It was Honeycomb, the family dog. She loved sitting next to Jason. Do you want some bread, Honeycomb? Jason broke a piece of his toast and passed it to the dog, who wagged her tail happily. Okay, hurry up, guys. I'll take you to school today, Mom said. I want Dad to drop us off, Jason replied with an angry tone. Dad always took them to school, and Jason didn't like change. Dad's busy today, so I'm taking you instead. No, I won't go. I want Dad. At that moment, Dad came in the door. It's okay, I'll take him, he said gently. Content with the routine back to normal, Jason headed to school. He sat in his usual car seat close to his siblings. He got to school at his usual time and walked towards his classroom. But when he got there to his seat, something wasn't right. A boy was sitting in his chair. Hey, that's my seat, Jason said. His eyes were downcast, staring at the occupied chair. So what? Asked the boy. Shoot. Jason didn't know what to do, so he looked around the room with watery eyes. He saw his friend Steve just as he was running towards them. Hey, Jason always sits here. Can you please sit somewhere else? Steve asked politely. Jason relaxed a bit with his friend by his side, but was soon nervous again when the boy stood up. No, this is mine now. The new boy pushed Steve out of the way, making Jason very angry. So he pushed the new boy back. Don't treat my friend like that. Mike, the new boy, was about to push him again when the teacher ran over and separated them. The teacher then asked Mike to move to another seat. That was amazing, Jason. You were strong as a superhero. You saved me, Steve thanked him. That night, Jason couldn't sleep. A superhero, he repeated over and over as he watched the stars through his bedroom window. That would be nice. I could help people. I wish I could be a real superhero, he said to the sky. Finally, he was asleep. When Jason got up the next day, his sister Sophia looked him up and down real good. You look different today, she said. Well, thank you, replied Jason without paying much attention. His morning went on as usual, but when he got to school, he found Steve at the entrance with the new kid, bullying him again. Hey, stop that, Jason yelled as he ran over to them. But as soon as Jason showed up, Mike called his older brother over. What's happening, little brother? The older kid asked. He was taller than all of them, and he looked strong. These boys are annoying me, Pete, Mike complained. Why are you bothering my brother, Pete asked Steve. He started it, Steve complained. He was bullying me. Pete laughed and pushed Steve out of the way. I told you to stay from my brother, he stated. Jason was so angry that he didn't think before acting. Even if Pete was bigger and taller than him, Pete was being mean. So Jason pushed him with all of his strength. But this time, the kid flew in the air when he pushed him. Pete landed onto the soft grass far away, unharmed, and everyone looked around confused. Uncomfortable by the stairs, Jason ran away. What was that? He wondered as he looked at his hands. How did I become so strong? Am, am I turning into a superhero? When Jason got home that day, he was still thinking about the incident. He walked into the kitchen without paying much attention. Hello? He said to no one in particular. Hi, you're back from school, yelled Honeycomb, running to greet him and lick his face. What? You can talk now? Asked Jason. Honeycomb jumped up and down and wagged her tail. Of course I can. Now you can understand and talk to me too. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to tell Snowflake, Honeycomb replied. As Honeycomb ran out in search of the family's cat, Jason looked around and found himself alone in the kitchen. Whoa, I'm turning into a real superhero, he yelled excitedly. I can't believe I can understand and talk to animals now. I can't wait to see what other powers I may have. The end.
Did you guys like that story? It was, if I'm not sure if you caught it, it was about bullying.
Yes.
Yes. So I want my teachers, my parents, my guardians, whatever. I want you guys to talk to your kids about bullying because that is something that we need to address within our school system and actually outside of our school system as well because it starts at home. So, Jasmine, are you doing a giveaway or anything?
Yes, I am doing a giveaway. So, I'm going to be giving away one of my coloring books today. So if I can get enough comments, then I could put them on the wheel at the end, and then we can pick a winner.
All right. So, you guys, you have to comment to get a free coloring book. So, if you don't comment, then you don't get a free coloring book. But you guys, we'll be right back. We're going to our first commercial break. We'll see you in a minute.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. So, our next author is going to be Crystal Jordan, and she's going to be reading her book called Just Like You, and it's about her son and autism. You ready, Crystal?
Yes. So, you guys, I actually have a little treat for you guys. I'm actually not going to read it. I actually have a video that I got created, and you guys can watch that and engage with that. And I'll be right back. Bye, you guys. Just Like You by Crystal Jordan. And this story will be read by myself, Crystal Jordan. Just Like You is a story about my son, Zachariah, who is starting pre-K. And like any other kid, he's excited about his new adventure. It's just one thing. He is atypical and was diagnosed with autism. This book is a great way to introduce autism spectrum disorder to your family or help others better understand this important topic. Just Like You is the first of many books to come. I hope you enjoy my story. Zachariah was a joyful baby boy from birth. He was the pure definition of a beautiful black baby. With very curly hair and lovely melon skin, he also had a bright smile that would light up your day, even if all wasn't going well. Zachariah was diagnosed at the age of 2 with autism. He is nonverbal, unable to speak or form words like other children his age. His parents was very shocked by the doctor's diagnosis of their son. His mom, Miss Jordan, was mostly sad, but she always prayed and believed that Zachariah would turn out to be an amazing boy. Despite her son's diagnosis, she knew that he was special and was committed to always showing Zachariah how much he was loved. He always had a way of bringing happiness and life into his room. He wasn't a boy of many words, but that didn't stop him from expressing himself through art. He was full of life and joy. You may ask, why didn't he talk much? The little boy mostly communicated using nonverbal cues and pointing gestures. For example, when he was happy, he would jump up and down. He would clap his hands and tap his fingers, or when sad, he would have a meltdown. Mrs. Jordan worked hard for months to get Zachariah into school. Well, the day had finally come, and Zachariah's first day has arrived. Miss Jordan was incredibly excited for her little boy to mingle and make new play buddies. At the same time, however, she was scared that some kids would not understand her baby boy, and they'll make fun of him. She said a silent prayer, holding Zachariah's hand, as they went through Cambridge Gates Elementary. And who is here? Asked an excited Mrs. Patient, the kindergarten teacher. Mrs. Patient was going to be Zachariah's class teacher. The boy instantly liked his new teacher and went to hug her. He kept pointing her glasses and looking back at his parents. Oh, don't worry, Miss Patience. I think Zachariah is trying to say he really liked your glasses, explained Miss Jordan. It's okay. I read his IEP report, and I'm aware that he is on the spectrum. Zachariah is in good hands, and we'll have speech twice a week. Zachariah went to sit in the corner away from the other children while Mrs. Patient began to talk to Miss Jordan about her concerns for the school year. Zachariah was diagnosed with autism at 2 years old. He can barely say any words because he's nonverbal. His speech isn't as developed as it should be, said Miss Jordan. She tried to keep herself from crying, but Mrs. Patience placed her hand on her shoulder to calm her down. I know what you're going through. I have a nephew just like him. The boy is such a delight to the family, and Zachariah looks like a joyful baby boy too. I took some time to look over his IEP report, and we're going to start working on his goals today. Don't worry, Miss Jordan, Zachariah is in good hands. I love the fact that this has never stopped him from being a happy kid. I feel much better knowing that you have taken the time to go over his report, and it shows me that you will take good care of my boy, replied Miss Jordan. Is that for me, Zachariah? Why, thank you, little angel. This is beautiful. Did you draw it? Asked an impressed Mrs. Patience. Zachariah nodded with a big smile on his face. He brought with him a beautiful drawing of a lily for his class teacher. The boy may not be a chatterbox, but he was loud when it came to art. Holding back tears of joy, his parents waved goodbye. They were so happy to see their boy excited about learning. Mrs. Patience took hold of Zachariah's hand and walked into the classroom. Good morning, class. I have a new friend for you. Say hi to Zachariah. Good morning, Mrs. Patience. Hello, Zachariah. Welcome to our class. It's fun to be here, and we hope you enjoy, replied the little boys and girls in unison. Zachariah just looked around and grabbed his sister's leg. Zachariah is nonverbal and on the spectrum. He has very few words. Don't be shy, Zachariah. We are nice people, shouted Jazz, his new desk mate. The class started by introducing themselves to their new classmate. It was now Zachariah's turn, and he was extremely nervous. He started stimming, flapping his hands, and jumping up and down. It was playtime, and the kids began to play with each other. But Zachariah went to the corner to play with his toys alone. See, Zachariah doesn't play with other kids. Sometimes he plays next to the kids, but he doesn't interact with them. Jax walked up to Zachariah and introduced himself. Hey, my name is Jax. He sat next to Zachariah, who continued playing with his blocks. Jax helped Zachariah stack the blocks so tall that they fell. Both boys laughed so much. Liam came over to help them clean up since Mrs. Patience said that playtime was almost done. All kids began to clean up, and Mrs. Patience played some music. Zachariah loved music. He started to dance. He closed his eyes and danced to the beat of the song. The other students were so amazed that they started shouting and clapping. Jackson and Liam were good friends and talked about how they were going to make Zachariah their new best friend. They thought he was so cool. I think Zachariah is cool, shouted a classmate. You go, Zachariah. You are so cool, shouted Jax. Mrs. Patient was completely shocked that Zachariah was doing so well on his first day. She was impressed. He may not use many words, but he is indeed special. All the kids surrounded Zachariah, hugged him, gave him high fives, and just like that, he became the most popular boy in class. Mrs. Patience said, "Class, it's time to sit," a phrase that Zachariah was used to hearing since he has joined ABA therapy. Zachariah quickly went to his assigned seat. As the class returned to their seats, everyone was already on their feet clapping and chanting, "Zachariah is the coolest, forget the rest." At 10 a.m., the bell rang. Jackson and Liam walked to Zachariah and offered to show him around the school. They were very friendly and patient with him and instantly became his friends. Zachariah smiled and clapped his hands, and using his hands, he made a love heart sign. It was his way of saying thank you. It was also his way of saying he loved his classmates. They all went to play at the swings together. Although Mrs. Patience kept a close eye on Zachariah, Jackson and Liam took good care of their new friend. Zachariah was smiling, laughing, and playing aside with the other kids. It was indeed a great first day at school. See, Zachariah is just like you, but he's just atypical. I hope you guys really enjoyed that book. When I first wrote the book, it was actually a hobby, y'all. That's the funny part. And I didn't realize that that book was going to touch so many people and educate people on what autism is and just for them to be aware and accept what it is. And for me, that book has changed my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I created for you guys. So, are you guys ready for the first dance break? Like, I'm pretty sure my kids are in the audience, like, oh, okay, we tired of books. I have another book, but I have a couple more books to read. But before I even get into it, you guys, I want you guys to have fun and enjoy our first dance break.
Read a book about autism awareness, and then you can share it with your family. Read a book, let's get an education and teach it to the nation. Come and read with me. Read a book about autism awareness, and then you can share it with your family. Read a book, let's get an education and teach it to the nation. Come and read with boys and girls today. Let us all celebrate the friends that we have made. They like to play in their own way. They speak with more than words, like or okay. They like the things they do, and they can do them every day. But let's be aware, we are all the same. It's more difficult for some, but to be down or be afraid. Our friends are so unique. Here in the world, they make a change. Let's focus on the things we should know so they won't seem strange. At times it feels like a confusing thing. We can understand now from the books we read. Think of all the knowledge that you stand to gain. It's golden and so satisfactory. Autistic kids are just like you. You are awesome and I am awesome too. There's only one thing that you need to do. Just show that you care and you'll break through. Read a book about autism awareness, and then you can share it with your family. Read a book, let's get an education and teach it to the nation. Come and read with me. Read a book about autism awareness, and then you can share it with your family. Read a book, let's get an education and teach it to the nation. Come and read with me.
Hi, you guys. We're back. So I'm about to read one more book, you guys, and then I have another reader coming up after me. I hope you guys did enjoy the dance break. We have so many dance breaks throughout this live today because we can't kids just keep reading all day, right? Right, Jasmine?
I agree. It can't just be reading. You got to get some wiggles out.
Yeah, like let's have fun while we're doing this read along. And today is Happy World Read Aloud Day, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. The next book I am reading would be I Am Awesome. I Am Awesome is an affirmation book. So let's get right into it. And of course, I dedicate this book to all my black and brown boys who are on the spectrum. So let's get into it. I am awesome. No words are needed for me to be fantastic. I make friends at my own pace. I am happy. Whenever I'm around my family and friends, they make my day. Even when I'm watching my favorite show. Even when I'm watching my favorite show, I'm just happy. I'm just happy people accept me for who I am. I am happy. I am smart. I love reading and learning new things every day from my school and therapist. I am smart. And kids, I actually want you guys to say it with me, okay? I am kind. I'm very understanding to others, and I love to show affection towards my loved ones. I am kind. I am strong. I got hidden superpowers I sometimes activate. I am strong. I am enough. Despite being autistic, I'm the same as everyone else. I'm an amazing kid, and just being myself is enough. I am enough. I am loved. It doesn't matter that I'm different or have autism. My parents and family love me no matter what. I am loved. That goes to everybody, not just the kids, the adults too. I am capable. Whatever I wish to do is up to me. I am capable. I am important. This is my favorite page, y'all. So I'm gonna really get into this page. My autism doesn't mean I'm less important. I am special. Black lives matter. Say it with me. Black lives matter. My life matter. Black autistic people matter. This page was the most important page in this whole book because I want people to understand how important it is that Black lives matter. Like, why do we even have to say Black lives matter? But I digress. I can be what I want to be. The possibilities are limitless. I can become a doctor, a dancer, president of the United States, a lawyer, basketball player, teacher, rapper, or whatever my heart desire. I can be what I want to be. I am a king. One day I'll make a difference in the world. I am a king. I am me. The best version of myself can only be found in me. I'm going to grow up and be what I want to be. I am me. Now, let's repeat this, you guys. I'm awesome. I'm handsome. I'm happy. I'm smart. I'm kind. I'm strong. I'm enough. I'm loved. I'm capable. I am important. I can be what I want to be. I am a king and I am me. I hope you guys enjoyed the first of my I Am Awesome series because I do have one for girls. I have one for all kids as well, all autistic kids. And eventually I will introduce I Am Awesome for all kids, even kids that's not special needs or that don't have autism. So, are you ready to introduce the next reader, Jasmine?
Yes, I am. So our next reader is the. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, but it is DeAndrea. I believe so. I'm so sorry if I butchered it. But let's get ready for her book.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanera McCullough. I am the author of Hairstyles Like Ours, Milani and Friends Face Bullies. Hairstyles Like Ours, Milani and Friends Face Bullies. Hair, we love our hair. We love the style we choose to wear. Meet Milani's magnificent, dynamic, curly afro. Every morning, Milani stands in front of the mirror and admires her magnificent, dynamic, curly afro. She often got mesmerized styling her magnificent, dynamic, curly afro until she heard Mom calling from the kitchen. Milani, time for breakfast. Then she would rush to get dressed and head to the table. This Saturday morning was no different. When she got to the table, the rest of her family were already there. Kids, what are you planning to do this Saturday morning? Asked Mom. Dad is taking me to mixed martial arts class, replied Denny. I am meeting my friends at the park across the street, Milani responded. Great. Now be the best version of you today. And I want to hear all about it when you get back, said Mom. Of course, said Denny and Milani in unison. After breakfast, Milani met up with her friends Danira, Mariana, Kawanza, and Akuya at the park. They played double dutch and hand games like they typically did every other Saturday. It was Milani's turn to jump, and her magnificent, dynamic, curly afro bounced up and down like a ball. Suddenly, the school bullies Lee and Isabella walked into the park. Well. It looks like we ran into the clown hair show squad, said Lee. Distracted by Lee's comment, the girls stopped playing. That is not a nice thing to say, Lee. We love how we choose to look, said Milani. Oh, so you like looking like clowns? Snickered Isabella. I get it. We have the tingly afro, grenade braids, lumpy locks, crystal baldy, and cereal box. She continued, you can say what you want, but we are proud of our hair. Hair, hair, I love my hair. I love the magnificent, dynamic, curly afro style I wear, Milani sang. Daenerys quickly picked up the chant and said proudly, hair, hair, I love my hair. I love the beaded, braided style I wear. Hair, hair, I love my hair. I love the lovely, lively locks style I wear. Akuya continued. Hair, hair, I have no hair. I have alopecia, but I love the bold, bald style I wear. Mariana joined in. Hair, hair, I love my hair. I love the low, luxurious, low cut style I wear, Kawanza added. Hair, hair, we love our hair. We love the styles we choose to wear, chanted Milani and her friend. The two of you don't have to like our hair, but we do, said Aquia. Kawanza continued. Our parents taught us that self love is very important. Now, since the two of you have nothing nice to say, please leave. The girls had never stood up for themselves like that before. So the bullies were shocked and stood frozen like deer in headlights. I am not sure if you heard, my friends, but please leave, said Milani sternly. Lee and Isabella didn't know what to say, so they just turned around and left the park. The girls resumed their game of double dutch, and now it was Daenerys' turn. As she jumped, her beaded braids made waves like the ocean and clack, clink, clink sound. The other girls laughed in enjoyment, and at the sound of her hair, sang, hair, hair, we love our hair, as they continued to play. Milani went home from the park filled with excitement about her day. She vividly described everything that happened to her family. Her parents were proud of how she and her friends defended themselves and were not ashamed to express self love and unity. For the rest of the evening, Milani walked around through the house chanting, hair, hair, I love my hair. I love the magnificent, dynamic, curly afro style I wear. And her family responded, hair, hair, we love your hair. We are proud of any style you choose to wear. The end. So just wanted to quickly share in the back of the book, we have information about Speak Up, Listen Up, and this is more so for the parents to do certain activities with their children. And then also they have at the bottom about stopthebullying.gov and then making sure if you want any resources, but definitely please seek the city programs and any help from that perspective. But definitely just wanted to share a few tips as well. And then this is information about me, the author, and the different books that I have as well. There is another version called Hair Like Us. Denny and his friends face bullies as well. So it's a similar story, but there's a different um, story as well. So Thank you once again. I love that you guys had the opportunity to sit with me. I appreciate it and hope you have a lovely day. Thank you, Crystal, for this opportunity.
So I really hope you guys enjoyed that book. I enjoyed it because I wish as a little girl it was a book for me when it deal with my hair because I did not like my hair growing up. So I think it's very empowering to see that now my little black girls they have books that they can read that encourage them to love their hair and say my hair, my hair, my hair. Jasmine, what is your take on that beautiful book?
I loved it. Me growing up, I did not like my hair either. I still have issues with my hair. I'm trying to learn. So this book would be perfect for my girls because I'm teaching them to love their hair, to love the skin that they're in. And that book was amazing.
I couldn't agree more. You guys, guess what time it is? It's time for a new reader. Yes, a new reader. You guys, we pulled over 10 authors to read books. Yes, and I'm super excited. I guess we're having technical difficulties because I think we lost her. I don't see her, you guys. So give me a second. I'm not sure what happened. So, because of the technical difficulties on that Arthur end, we're going to just go to a break. And hopefully, during that break, she will be able to come back. And if not, I'll read another book and we'll keep the show going. So, give us a second. And sorry for the technical difficulties on her end. So, give me a second, you guys. So, we're about to go to commercial. The commercial is going to only be 1 minute and 50 seconds, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so our next reader is Lainey Sutton Johnson.
Hello, my name is Lainey Sutton Johnson, and I'm going to be reading a book that I wrote titled Mindful Marley, just teaching children to be a little bit more mindful throughout their day. Mindful Marley by Lainey Sutton Johnson, and it's going to be read by me as well. Good morning, Marley, says Mommy. Good morning, Mommy, says Marley. Mommy, Marley repeats. Yes, Marley. Why do you meditate? It helps me to be more aware of what I'm feeling and what is around me, says Mommy. After Mommy finishes meditating, Marley, baby sister Lauren, and Mommy have breakfast. It is time for Marley to get ready for school. Mommy, Mommy, look, I zipped Lauren's coat, says a proud Marley. Wow, good job, Marley, says Mommy, with a smile and a thumbs up. It is time to walk to school. So Marley, Mommy, and Lauren all head out the front door so Marley is not late. As the three of them are crossing the street at the crosswalk, Marley sees a shiny rock and stops while he is in the middle of the crosswalk. Come on, Marley, says Mommy. Hold on, Mommy, says Marley. Marley, please hurry. The light is about to change and stopping in the street is dangerous. Okay, but I need to pick up this shiny rock. Marley picks up the rock and skips to the sidewalk where Mommy and Lauren are waiting for him. Mommy and Lauren drop Marley off at school. He is there right on time and sits down on the classroom carpet for circle time. Everyone in the class sits nicely while Mrs. Smith reads a story. Once Mrs. Smith is finished reading the story, she asks, "Who was the main character in the story?" Marley shouts out, "Ooh, I know, it was Brady." Good job, Marley, says Mrs. Smith. But next time, please remember to raise your hand, she adds as Marley is already walking back to his desk. What Marley does not see is that his good friend Callie is so sad. She had her hand raised to answer Mrs. Smith's question about the book. She was not called on because Marley just shouted out his answer. Marley was at a touch football game after school. He is so excited because his uncle will be at the game to cheer him on. Down, set, hike. Marley has the ball. He's supposed to pass it to his teammate, but Marley decides to run the ball. Marley runs and runs until he sees the end zone and hears the referee yell, "Touchdown!" Marley does his touchdown dance in the end zone and is jumping up and down with excitement. What Marley doesn't see is his teammate and friend Jacob on the ground because he is hurt. Marley was supposed to pass Jacob the ball, but he did not follow the play the coach said to do. Marley was supposed to pass Jacob the ball. When Marley decided to just run the ball, Jacob got hit unexpectedly by a member of the other team. Scoring a last-second touchdown is fun, but it is important to watch out for your team. Marley runs up to his mommy and uncle excitedly, says, "Mommy, did you see that? I scored a touchdown." "Yes, good job, Marley, but look." Mommy points to Marley's friend Jacob, still laying on the ground. "Oh no," says Marley. "I was not paying attention. I did not notice Jacob on the ground." Luckily, Jacob is going to be okay. He just had the wind knocked out of him, and it took a few minutes for him to get his breath back. Although Marley's team won the game, Marley is sad on his way home. "Mommy, do you think if I meditated with you this morning, Jacob would not have gotten hurt?" "Why would you say that, Marley?" asked Mommy, looking a little confused. "Well, because you said that meditation helps you to be aware of what is around you." "Ah, yes, I see now. Yes, that is right, Marley. If you stop and take at least one mindful breath, it may help you be more aware of the people around you and what is going on around you." "What is a mindful breath and how do I do that?" asked Marley. "Well, you just stop for a minute and listen to yourself breathe," says Mommy. Marley thinks for a second and says, "Really? If I just stop and hear myself breathe, it can make me more aware?" Marley closes his eyes and tries to listen to himself breathe. It's not working, Mommy, Marley says, exasperated. Marley, this is not something that happens instantly. It takes time to learn to become more aware. Breathing is just a little part of it. If you just remember to pause, breathe, and pay attention a few different times in a day, it will become a routine and become easier. Okay, Mommy, I know I can remember to do this every day. The end. Thank you all for listening. I hope that you enjoyed that reading of Mindful Marley. And if you did, you can find it on Amazon or on Mindful Marley book. Oh, it's mindfulmarley.com. And then the Instagram is Mindful Marley book. So I wrote this book because like I said earlier, I just wanted to teach children to be a little bit more mindful. And I also just wanted children like mine to see themselves in books as well. So I hope you enjoyed. And again, thanks for listening. I can't hear you. Turn it up.
Crystal, you're muted.
Sorry, you guys. I was saying, yes, we did love your book. I think your book was great. So, what encouraged you to write that book?
Honestly, I have a son that it's just he was just doing little things where I was like, if you would just stop for a second and realize what's going on, then this wouldn't be an issue, just for small things. So I wanted to teach him a way to just try to be more mindful, and that's like where the idea came from.
That is great because I think sometimes we actually need to start teaching our kids to be more mindful and think about their actions before they do it. So I think your book was great. And if you guys like this book, please comment, please share, and go to Amazon and buy her book. Jaff, you have anything to add to her great book?
I loved your book. I'm teaching my kids mindfulness too and life skills.
Yes.
and it's a struggle. So this is definitely on my list.
Thank you.
To help them.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you guys for this platform too. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Of course.
Guys, is Miss Tanisha Glover. You guys, I know her because we are in the same industry, which is autism awareness and making sure that our Black, brown kids have a voice and their voice are heard. So, you guys, I cannot wait for you guys to read her book and listen to her read it. We'll be right back. Miss Tanisha, you can go ahead.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tisha Glover, and the book that I will be sharing with you today is Davis Speaks, A Brother with Autism. This book is written by me and my son, who is now 17 years old. His name is Nicholas Glover. He is Davis's older brother. And we wrote this book to share the story of their special relationship, to promote sibling relationships and celebrate sibling relationships, and more importantly, to promote autism awareness. Davis Speaks, A Brother with Autism. Nicholas, a friendly child, sometimes felt all alone because he was the only little boy in his home. One day, Nicholas got the most exciting news from his mother. In just a few months, he'd be a big brother. I'll have a best friend always by my side. And then the big day came. Baby Davis arrived. When he is bigger, We will have so much fun riding bikes, playing catch, and running in the sun. Every day, Nicholas tried to teach David something new. He understood that's what big brothers were supposed to do. I'll teach him to wave. I'll teach him to smile. I'll teach him to stand by himself in a while. But Davis didn't smile. Davis didn't even wave. His doctor said, Davis is developmentally delayed. This was not expected. It was not in the plan. So Davis saw therapists to help him understand. With help from Big Brother, Davis learned how to walk, and Nicholas was sure that he'd teach him to talk. Davis learned sign language and to use cue cards. Little Davis was trying so very hard, but not a word did he utter as his little brother wished. Then he was referred to another specialist. The psychologist said, autism is a diagnosis. His communication is different. I'm sure that you've noticed. Autism meant that the family was extra prepared for a fearless little boy who tried anything he dared. But everyday activities were unpredictable. Supermarket shopping would become a spectacle. The people, the bright lights, the noise was all too much. And out of nowhere, Davis would make a big fuss. He'd cover his ears, he'd chew on his shirt, he'd squint his eyes as though the light even hurt. He'd cry, he'd kick, he'd yell and scream. Nicholas was embarrassed by the scene, but Nicholas understood Davis had no control. He'd been having meltdowns since he was 2 years old. One day, Davis had the worst meltdown that he'd ever had. People stared and pointed as if he was just being bad. Nicholas was hurt by their attempt to cause shame. Couldn't they see that his brother was in pain? Nicholas hugged Davis closely and felt his heart beat. Breathe, 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 little brother. You're safe with me. While some people only noticed the spectacle, Nicholas knew that his brother was exceptional. On the trampoline, no one could jump higher, a feat that Nicholas did admire. He put Nicholas's trains in a perfect line, intensely focused the entire time. He could climb trees to amazing heights, then relax on the branches without a fright. Thinking of his talents compelled Nicholas to say, I love you, Davis, and all your special ways. When he looked into his eyes, there was no doubt. He knew. His little brother Davis was saying, I love you too. And that is the book Davis Speaks, A Brother with Autism.
I want to start off by saying, as an autism mom, I remember when I first bought your book. Wasn't an author yet, and I bought it because I wanted to read something to my son that he can see himself in, and we can talk about autism in a positive way. And your book was actually the first book I bought when I before I started my journey as an author. and writing about autism. So I want to say hats off to you. I want to give you your flowers because I thought your book was really spot on, especially when like they have meltdowns in the grocery stores or meltdowns in public, and most people think they're being bad, and in reality, they're not really being bad. It's just too much. They're overstimulated. It's so much that goes into having a kid with autism. So when I first read your book, I was very impressed, and I reached out to you, and that's when I was working on my book, and I want to say I loved your book. Jasmine, I know you're an autism mom, so you have anything to add to that?
Yes, especially with the grocery store thing. My son had a meltdown in the grocery store and everybody was just staring, and the only thing I could do was just get him to calm down. Your book was so relatable. I wish I had that back then because they didn't really have a lot of books about autism, especially autism in Black families, So this hit home, almost brought a tear to my eyes. It was a great book.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome, Miss Tanisha. Do you have any more books, Miss Glove? You have any more books to read?
I
Or
do. I do. I don't have another book to read because it's not a children's book.
oh, it's
Yeah,
okay.
I went in a different direction and I can share it with you. Um, I just published January the 7th a women's empowerment coloring book.
Oh wow.
And can you see it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Shine Sister Shine. And okay. Shine Sister Shine, Women's Empowerment Coloring Book. And basically, I wrote this book because I had been working with affirmations, daily affirmations, and just to encourage myself and to build my self confidence and to build my spirit, using daily affirmations. And they were affirmations that I was writing for myself. And each day, my affirmation list became longer and longer and longer. And so I said, well, Lord, would you please give me this affirmation in the form of a poem? And that way it will be easier for me to memorize it if it's in a poem. So I wrote this affirmation, a poetic affirmation. And after I wrote it, I realized it wasn't just for me, it was something that I wanted to share with other women. And so I decided that it would be a wonderful idea to publish the poem in the form of a coloring book. And that way, women could relax and experience art therapy through coloring and at the same time read affirmations to themselves to build their self-confidence and to build their spirits and to build their minds as well.
Well, I think that is important as moms that we take care of ourselves because we are more, as I tell my son teachers in school, I am more than a mom. So I love that you have affirmations and a poem in there and a coloring book because coloring is very therapeutic. I love to color. When I'm very stressed, I actually color and it, for some reason, it just makes me feel so good, especially with a glass of wine and you just coloring. It's amazing. Do you have anything else you want to add before we go to our next dance break?
Sure. It my poem is only a couple minutes long. I can share it with you if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Go
love that.
ahead.
Okay. Again, the name of the book is Shine Sister Shine Women's Empowerment Coloring Book, and you can find it on Amazon. And the book opens with the affirmation poem, and then um, on each coloring page, on each coloring spread, there's an individual affirmation line from the poem. So I want to start with the dedication, and it's dedicated to you. My sister, I love you. This book is dedicated to you. I composed this poetic affirmation, Shine Sister Shine, as a daily reminder of who we are. I encourage you to meditate on the words throughout the day, recognizing that your illuminating beauty, abundant wisdom, and overflowing grace brighten every space that you enter. You glow, girl. Love, Tisha N. Glover. Shine, sister, shine. You glow, girl. You walk in and stop the show, girl. You are elegant, graceful, divine. Everyone adores the way that you shine. You are beautiful, intelligent, delightful. Never question your worth. You are just right, girl. Shine, sister, shine. You majestic queen. You are feminine, fine, and highly esteemed. You audacious creation. Your sensual jewel bursts power to nations. Your sun-kissed skin, your coily crown. You exude confidence. Your blessings abound. Hold your head high. God smiles when he looks at you. You are his masterpiece, his joy, his perfect love through and through. You are a warrior, wealthy, wise, strong, smart, courageous, with heart of immeasurable size. You are enough, whole, complete in every way. You were born a winner. Go conquer the day. And that is Shine, Sister, Shine, Women's Empowerment Coloring Book. And again, this coloring book has over 40 coloring illustrations along with affirmations to go with each illustration.
I loved it. It was so great. Is it out for sale now? Is your book out for sale now?
Yes, it's on Amazon right now.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Crystal, do you have any closing remarks?
No, you guys. I think her book was great, and I hope you her coloring book, you guys. And like I said, us as moms and adults, we need things like that. And I appreciate that you took time and you went in a different direction versus writing another children's book. I'm pretty sure that was a little bit harder for you. So, what made you decide to go a different direction versus writing a children's book for your next release?
Now, I am a children's book author, so I love writing children's books. And really, this book wasn't even planned. It was just a matter of me journaling every day and going through my own journey of self-worth. And so with that, I began writing poetry and writing affirmations for myself. And so, once I had this affirmation written, I said, this isn't just for me. There are other women who will benefit from it. And so I decided to publish it in the form of a coloring book, just because coloring is therapeutic. So,
You never lied.
so there are more children's books coming. I am a children's book author, and this is just something that was in my spirit that I needed to release.
You know what? I understand that because, as we all know, I publish a book every month and I publish whatever God tells me to publish or whatever, like you said, is in your spirit. So I want to say thank you so much for being on our platform and our first readathon. So far, I'm having fun listening to all your stories, even though I knew your book. I am having fun. What about you, Jazz? Are you enjoying this readathon today?
I'm having a blast. I'm still nervous, but I'm having a blast.
Yeah, she don't like going live like that. So I have to bear with her. I'm the one that's used to going. I'm the one that's used to going live. I'm used to this. It's very easy for me. It's like a second leg that I may add. But you guys, we're going to dance break, and our next author will be here after the dance break. So guess what? Kids, get ready to dance, have fun, share this live with your school, your teacher, share with everybody. Because we want you guys to understand how important reading is. We'll be right back.
I am awesome, I am handsome, I'm enough, I am loved, I am capable and I'm strong, I am smart so please don't judge, I am important, I am valued, I'm a king, interesting, I am kind and happy too, I can be who I wanna be and I am me. Such variety, got so many sides in me for all to see, got diversity like ABC, triumphantly, live my life so free like a sight to see, got the light just like a TV screen. Hey, might play with someone, but I like playing on my own. I can be funny and you'll be laughing all day long. Not ordinary, no, I'm authentic, can't be cloned. Love me to pieces, no one can tell me that I don't. I am awesome, I am thoughtful, I'm enough, I am loved, I am capable, beautiful, I am smart, so please don't judge. I am important, I'm unique, I'm a queen, interesting, I am kind and happy too. I can be who I wanna be and I am me.